Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Kev Play. This is Kevin, and we are on episode 22 of The Last of Us Part 2. Last time we underwent another flashback, which we are still in. We're on patrol with Joel. There's a little friction between us, but nothing. Right now, we're all kind of being very polite with each other. Um, just got out of a bloater encounter. Maybe that's why Ellie's kind of having these kind of like sense of shortened breaths right now. After that, definitely was a close call. And now we're just got through this gym area and we're pressing on. We also escaped the Jesse part. I think it's the same episode. So, the Jesse part being Jesse was with us and we had to get into the car and escape the Hillcrest area. So that's where we are in present day. So got some ammo. Always check sinks for pills. Nothing there. I wonder how my pills are going. Maybe I should check into that soon. No pills in the toilets. Okay. Buffalo?
You think you can squeeze through there?
You know it.
See what it is?
Yeah. Okay.
Ellie!
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, Joel.
Huh?
I think it's them. The couple that ran away last year.
I think you're right.
Jackson is a wonderful place, but we got tired of hearing the stories of people suffering everywhere else. We wanted to save lives. We had good intentions. We didn't make it an hour before running into a horde. Now we're bitten. We've decided we're gonna end our lives instead of turning. Please tell our family and friends that we're sorry. Love, Adam and Sydney. I shot her. I can't take my own life. I'm a fucking coward. Adam.
Jesus.
Only they were immune, right?
Well, let's go get Tommy and we can get these bodies back to Jackson.
After you took me out of the Firefly Hospital, you said there were dozens of people like me.
Yeah? Yeah, that's what they told me.
I've never met another immune person before. Have you?
I could be hiding it. You do.
you believe that?
Is now really the time for this?
We traveled across the entire country to bring me to the Fireflies. I had so many questions for them. Why did you pull me out of there while I was still unconscious?
Because I let them run their tests. And when I saw that they were useless, I got us out of there.
How do you know they were useless? Maybe if you just would have given them more time, they could have figured something out.
There was no cure. There's nothing that could help these people or anybody else. I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. But they ain't. And we need to get these kids back to their families. Is there something else you'd like to rehash?
No.
Good. Come on.
Jesse's passed out. Hey, let me do that.
He's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you tell him?
It wasn't the right time. There you go.
What about this? Anything worthwhile?
Actually, yeah.
Abby?
No. This girl, Nora, her unit was assigned to this hospital. They were collecting supplies or something.
This hospital?
Yeah. What, you're gonna go now?
We have a lead.
Like, at least just wait for Jessie to rest up.
She could be gone by then.
Ellie.
We know her location. Maybe Tommy does too. What?
Nothing.
Good. Can you come help me with the door, please?
Yep.
Right. If I follow Route 5, that should take me to the hospital.
All right, yeah. Before we
Follow Route 5. Track down Nora. Get her to tell me where Abby is. Easy.
before we press on, I guess I'll backtrack while we do this, but very important to talk about that Joel Ellie scene because it's like another Joel Ellie scene where they're bonding. You know, he's trying his best, being like, oh, I know how, like, I think Jesse might have something for you, or, you know, there might be something there between you guys, or, you know, I think he likes you or whatever. Obviously not understanding Ellie completely, but then you have him basically getting very defensive, very deflective about what Ellie's talking about, and Ellie isn't like really like bringing the hammer down on him for it. She's asking very basic questions, very plausible questions to what he did, how he got her out of there while she was unconscious when she had so many questions. How he's assuming that there's no cure, or that that he just bought the story of, oh, there's just a bunch of immune people, so everything will be fine. And the way he's just like, do you want to rehash anything else? Almost like it's like, not like a threat, but like almost like it's like it's more of a it's more of a like a burden to him than it is to her. It's like he's not even acknowledging real any real compassion that she has towards something very real. And that's a very telling moment for me, where it's just like there is something wrong with their relationship. Absolutely.
5. That away.
As much as we love their chemistry, and that there is something that's going to give at some point, I feel like. Almost as if, like, it was just once again, and like his death was coming. He has consequences. He's done stuff. He can't just like live this life where everything's all happy-go-lucky, and he's living some like fantasy where she's like this like substitute for his lost daughter. Like, obviously they have their own relationship. Like, I think literally he doesn't really consider her his daughter, but figuratively yes. But he recognizes her as a person and everything. But there's there's that disconnect, that and that lie that just really shows that they haven't earned their relationship completely. And if they're gonna get past that, and or if they're gonna get past that, or to grow and to develop like their relationship, the lie has to be stomped out. The truth has to come out. So it's interesting how between the last flashback of the dinosaur museum and this one, it's like there's a little bit more of tension now. And there was tension towards the very end when we saw the Firefly logo in the museum, and then they just Joel kind of just like whisked her out of there. But it's very interesting how they're telling this story in the flashbacks. I think it's actually very important. Hello, Peppa Pig. How's it going? Did I go down here? No, I did not. I'm still playing Crash Team Rumble Season 2, trying to get through that Battle Pass a bit. Haven't really had time for any other games. I want to get back to Dead Space, but I just haven't had time to. I'm really like looking forward to get back to Dead Space, but that's kind of the thing with this whole Battle Pass thing for Crash Team Rumble, is that it kind of demands your time. I kind of want to get ahead of it a bit before, or at least get like the weekly expeditions out of the way. But Season 2 seems to be fun so far. And I think they added 2 new modes in the Toys for Bob Labs today. I did not get a chance to try it out yet. I think one's like a whale thing, and the other I don't even know. I saw the tweet from Toys for Bob, but then it got away from me, so I didn't really read the whole thing.
Here we go.
Did you play that Wumpa Whale mode? No, I haven't even played today yet. After the stream, I'm gonna get into it. Alright, so now we're on our way to this lady, Nora, who Dina managed to track down her location. I guess through the radio transmissions.
Gotta get through.
Yeah, the only thing I've tried in the Toys for Bob Labs is the capture the flag mode. I only tried that once. It was okay. And I have to say, last time it's absolutely broken from what I've seen. Oh, the whale mode. Yeah, I guess they're gonna have to. I guess that's what the whole Toys R Us lab concept is. That it's more of like a beta in a way or an alpha, and they're testing everything out first before they or using us as the guinea pigs to kind of test it out and work out all the kinks and all that. How do I get up here? Oh, I think I can get through this way. Maybe? No? Oh, maybe this way, probably. There we go. Do I want to go this way? Let's see. I hear a generator. Maybe we can prove our guns soon. I've been playing The Wrath of Cortex. Okay. How far are you? Are you going for 100% or how's that playthrough going? I haven't played Wrath of Cortex in a while, but I still have it. I've beaten it 100, whatever the top percent is in the past, but haven't revisited that game in a long time. Just need time relics, then I'm done. Okay. I mean, hey, if you can do Crash 4, you can definitely get the time relics for Wrath of Cortex. If you have the patience for Crash 4, you'll definitely be able to do it. I feel like I need more ammo for stuff. Let's attach the silencer. Oh, I can take the silencer off or on. That's cool. Like it. And I have to say, last time we were talking about, like, how Toys for Bob has been involved with the Spyro, last week or so, the Spyro 25th anniversary tweet and everything, and they were doing like the videos and stuff, and I didn't see the fan video that you told me about last week until I watched it afterwards, and I have to say, after watching that video, the fan video, it's like 100% this Spyro 4 is going to happen, because the way Paul Yan and Jeff Keighley are there, and even Paul Yan is like can't really discuss anything else, but he pretty much gave promise that there's going to be something in the future, or that that there'll be more news to come about future stuff. Very much implying, I think, that there's going to be an announcement soon. And I think now that Spyro 4 is definitely happening. It's definitely happening, and I think it's definitely happening at the Game Awards. I would be surprised if it's not. Because I don't think there's an excuse this time, as there was last time with Crash 4's anniversary tweet, and then nothing happening for a year, because we understood what was happening behind the scenes. That there was a lot of, issues and stuff. But now, there's really... there's none of that. So I think the way they're presenting... the way they're talking to the fans, it seems more like there's nothing wrong and like nothing going on behind the scenes, and everything's back to normal again. Yeah, you don't you don't even need gold relics. You can get the lowest relic and still complete the game. Okay, that's what I remember. Because I remember playing a replay of it, not recently, but like a few years back or something like that. And I remember I had it all 100%, and I was like, let's try to go for those gold relics or the platinum relics. I remember being like, wow, this is actually a little more challenging than I thought it would be. We got the, what do we have? Trader cards. Randy Styles. Randy Styles. Randy Styles, real name Randall Styles. Brains 100, Brawn 80, affiliation none. Do they ever say like affiliation? Do they ever give any affiliation? It feels like it's always none. Like why even say it? Once he was a doctor. Once he was Dr. Uckman's research partner, working late nights to develop all manner of technology for the betterment of mankind until one day he just vanished. Months later, reports surfaced of Styles showing up in numerous places all over the world, a brief appearance in Mexico, a short stint in Japan, a materialization in the Australian outback. It's interesting. With each visitation, he helps people in need and vanishes again. Some speculate Styles obtained this ability through an accident with Dr. Uckman's experimental quantum teleporter, though he vehemently denies those claims. Neutral. Interesting. It's also Last of Us Day. I think next week or like towards the end of September. So I forgot what the exact date, but I'll probably do a stream on that day for this when that happens, which I think times itself out pretty well. Where did I enter from? I entered from there, right? So let's go through this door, I guess. And honestly, if there's no mention of factions on Last of Us Day, it's like, it's gonna be like an eye roller for me. It's like, I don't know. Like, they gotta give at least some hint that something's happening with that game. Give us some hope that it's not in the worst development hell of all time. Like, I'm sure it's just Bungie came in and Sony's under Sony's like orders, basically was using Bungie to be like, hey, you guys are in charge of like making sure that the game can be not that it necessarily needs to be a live service game or like, games as a service type thing, but bring it to a standard that would help it and warrant a delay of it. Other than that, let's get going now with this. Like, also, Spider-Man 2 has gone gold now. That's true. It's always very promising when a game goes gold like a month in advance. Very much looking forward to that. As someone who's from New York, and I visit Brooklyn and Queens, like I have friends in Brooklyn and Queens, I'm very much looking forward to the new map also. Because it will be funny to kind of just like try to find my friend, or like where the general area where my friends might be in that world. No delays, no problems, no nothing. Exactly. That's just Insomniac, the power of Insomniac and how well they manage their team and all that. Guess I can come out this way.
Okay, progress.
These big open areas in The Last of Us Part 2, when they give us all these cars, I remember it being kind of like me being the completionist, I need to like look in every single car. I don't think there was ever anything really in them unless it's like in a very discreet spot. So this time I'm not going to be crashing through every window here, and I think you can pretty but more or less see if there's anything in there or not. But I'm surprised though that like a game like Days Gone really put an emphasis on opening car trunks and um, and the hood to kind of like get gas or get parts. Whereas Last of Us Part 2 kind of ignores that more. Even Horizon uses like that post-apocalypse, like the cars, the deserted cars, like you can open some of them, like. But I guess there are stuff lying around still. Let's see. I probably shouldn't be breaking glass all willy-nilly, knowing that there might be something around the corner. Feel her love. More of this religious stuff. This is kind of like a little bit of a more open area. I don't know where to start, but I guess I'll knock out every building. Yeah, it's very cryptic the way this is presented. See how she drew that up. Did I read that last time? I'm gonna read the right side. Jesse's here. This is good. He can help protect Dina. It felt good having him around to deal with the WLF. Maybe he can help us find these people more quickly. I don't want to hear anything about turning back. Feel her love. Who the fuck are these people? Why did they do this? Let me just read the left side just in case I missed it. What did I do here? How do I... We just started... I shouldn't have said that to her. She's gonna treat me different now. I know it. I wish my fucking mask didn't fucking... I did read this. It's coming back to me now. Alright. Nice little Jesse drawing there, too. Alright. More scrounging. I'm gonna go up that ladder after I get this base floor done. Alright, let's give this a whirl. Can I jump to that side? I can try. I think it's L1 that makes me run, right? Oopsies. Good thing Ellie's got some good ankles. I saw that fun fact, by the way. It was like Crash Bandicoot, or Bandicoots have great ankles, you know, from all the jumping. Should I just... Oh, I should just do this. Do. Ah, more rope. That could come in handy. Ellie is a bandicoot. Okay, let's drop this. Can I drop this? How do I drop it? I think I have to... do we have a brick or something? Let's try this. Okay. Let me try. Let's see what's in here before we do
Damn
anything.
it.
Ah,
There's stuff in there.
they want us to do the puzzle part of it. Nice. Oh, they can... I guess I can carry this at will now. So for now... I gotta... Don't I have to, like, tie this to something? Or is it stuck under there? Let's see. Let's see if I try to climb. Okay. Where's that rope? I guess if the rope is, I didn't have to tie the other end. I guess it's stuck underneath that thing. Oh, I shouldn't have broke this glass, shouldn't I? Oh, I can swing it though. Okay. How do I do this again? How? Oh, R1, I think? Yeah, there it is. There we are.
Alright, what do we got?
I need bandages, painkillers, vitamins, antacids, thermometer. Don't need pillows. Don't need bandages, actually. Wow, that's a lot of days. Okay. I know it's too early, but do you have a game of the year for you in mind? It's a good year. I do have it in mind. But I don't play many games throughout the year, so I'll save it. I don't know. What do you think? Like, do you have any in mind? Because I definitely have to think about it more. Is this the... No. What was the thing I just picked up? This thing. Oh, I didn't pick it up yet. Simon, I hope you never read this note. I hope I can crumple it up, burn it when you return for us. It's been, I don't even know how many hours since you left. I went out to look for you and these hooded people spotted me. They shouted at me, called me a sinner, then started shooting. I ran back in and barricaded the door. All I can hear is the rain, but I'm worried they're still out there. Should I run? Should I stay? I feel completely paralyzed. I'm sorry I got so sick. I'm sorry I let you go to the hospital by yourself. I'm sorry I didn't stay hidden like you told me. If anything happens to me, I want you to know how much I love you. Please come back. I'm so scared. Paige.
Man.
More cards. I wonder how I'm so you do have one in mind, yeah? I mean, I guess I'll say it because the contenders are going to be pretty are going to be pretty strong with each other. So there's not an obvious one yet for me. But basically the three that I can tell you, because I'm gonna be playing Spider-Man 2, and that's gonna be up for consideration. I have to see how that game really impacts me, how I feel with that game. I'm sure I'm gonna love the game, but I want to see like, is it game of the year for me though? Before I go into that, let's read Shift. Shift, real name Gale Price, Brain 60, Brawn 60, affiliation Society of Champions. Oh, okay. There has been Society of Champions as affiliation, so... but it seems like to be the only one so far. Alright. Anyway, at first glance, Gale Price looks and acts like a typical teenager, mood swings and all, but those mood swings power her ability to increase the velocity of matter. When happy, she directs this power outwards, increasing the speed of her allies and throwing her enemies off balance. When sad, she directs her power inward, allowing her to outrun her enemies and making the rest of the world feel sluggish. Though powerful, she is an unpredictable ally and an easy target for the mind manipulation tricks of Motivator, neutral hero. So yeah, Spider-Man 2, we both have to play that, I imagine. And then, obviously there's Crash Team Rumble, which is an online-only game, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a game that, even though it demands my time, I have no problem playing it, because it really is a fun-ass game. I think Toys for Bob did a great job with it. Then I have Dead Space, which I have to finish. I really like the game a lot, but I have yet to finish it, of course. And then also, the one big story game that I have 100% and platinumed, and I really, really loved, and I have a lot to speak on, I'd say. But I'm waiting for Dead Space and Spider-Man 2 to kind of like see what I can say about those games. Is that Hogwarts Legacy from the beginning of the year was a very surprising game for me. Dead Space, I don't know, it came out years ago. Yeah, but the thing with Dead Space though is it's not just a remaster. There's new missions to it. It really, like, I guess there's a criteria if I was to follow where I didn't give Crash Team Nitro Field Game of the Year because it was more or less a remake. It expanded way more on Crash Team Racing and Nitro Kart. But yeah, you're right. But at the same time, it's like I guess what sucks is that like I'm experiencing Dead Space in this remake for the first time, and it really does feel like a new game to me. But I guess I can honor it, or at least give it an honorary mention, because it really is great. But yeah, Hogwarts Legacy was really good. And yeah, so Spider-Man 2 and Crash Team Rumble, like, it's an online only game, but I don't think there's nothing to... Oh, shit. Clickers. Beautiful in their way. How do I want to approach this? If I open the door, what's gonna happen? It's locked. I can go through. I guess the best way to do it is to break the window. Now the question is, what am I dealing with in this building here? I was expecting them to jump out at me, but... see if I can get this clicking. Whew. Oh, that thing's still alive? No way. What we got here? Woods. Here's a list of deserters. Jae-So Hwang, female, 5'4", Asian. Andre Dominguez, male, 5'7", Hispanic. Chris Marsh, male, 5'11", Caucasian. Adam Peters, male, 5'6", black. A very diverse group. We know some of the supplies they stole contained weapons. Be careful. While it's preferable to capture them alive, do not risk your lives. Any sign of danger, you have my permission to take them out. If they wanted to leave, we could have worked something out, but desertion combined with stealing cannot be tolerated. We need to make an example here. May your survival be long, may your death be swift. Good luck. Isaac. Seems reasonable, but as far as post-apocalypse standards go. But maybe they deserted for a reason. That's gotta hurt. Alright, let's check out what's in this little restaurant bar thing. A lot of people are saying that 2023 is the one of the best years in gaming in a long time, and I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I agree with that. There's a lot of great games this year, but the way people are acting, like, for me, like 2020 was one of the best years because it was just an explosion of games that year from first party and third party. You know, you had Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, you have Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, you have great remake, like a great remake like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. There was a lot, you know, Spider-Man Miles Morales, then you have, obviously, like Astrobot, Dreams, if you were into the Tool thing, but obviously, you know, Dreams wasn't as big, anywhere near as big as a hit. But you know, at least Media Molecule put out something that year. It's like, for me, like 2020 was like one of the last. I mean, 2022 was great I mean, it was lower in volume. You had great games, but for me, 2020 was like when I look at like the catalog of my games. There's a lot of games from 2020. There was that Twin Breaker Secret Symbols game that I played, with that twin stick shooter, which was a lot of fun. Well, I didn't get the PS5 until I think like the next year, like spring, early 2021. But just in terms of games that released in 2020, those were huge games. Like, I feel like I'm not. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything before I move on. All right. Let's see what's back here. I must have cleared all these people out by now, right? Oh, I should get used to using that bow and arrow more often, especially with that clicker. Pills.
All right.
Alright, let's just make sure that we're not... I was in this area already. Let me just see just for a second. I feel like I'm missing another game that it came out then. Yeah, those are the games I have. So like, and that was just the games I'm into. So I imagine there were more games that a lot of people were into. I feel like people are forgetting that year. But nonetheless, this year has been a great year. It's just I just don't know where that whole narrative comes from, where it's like one of the best years in gaming, like in the longest time. I mean, I agree that there are a lot of great games, but it's just I'm still waiting for kind of more of the latter half of PS5. I think that's where it's gonna really be. I mean, just looking at it from like how PS4 went, everything in the latter half of PS4's generation was really where I was. For me, it was like crazy how many great games there were compared to the first half. And I'd say the first half is actually arguably more desolate compared to PS5's first half, or you know, the first 3 years so far. So I want to see if I have enough. I do have enough for this. Let's see what else I can do here. I'm just waiting for the PS5 to explode with awesome games. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, and I think 2024 is the last year where I'm going to be like, it could, like, it doesn't have to be the most explosive year. It could just be a moderately good year. But once we get into like 2025, 2026, 2027, and then till the end of the PS5 generation, I really do expect there to be just like an insane output. What do I want to do? Craft more smoke bombs. I think I started the tree. Oh, yeah, I start the tree from the top. Okay. Listen mode, clarity, aim ability, stability increase. That might help. Faster aim mode, listen mode, hold breath. Faster prone movement, improved silencers, faster stealth kills. This might be good. Let's try this. And what's this? What's this? Oh, smoke bombs? I'm not really... I can probably wait with the smoke bombs. Aim ability... What's the next thing? I don't have enough? Alright, let's give it aim stability increase. And then we're good. Okay. 2016 to 2017 was when the PS4 was hype. Yeah, I agree. 2016, for me... Like, Uncharted 4 really carried that year for me. Other than that, I really didn't have many... Like, I had, like, a Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is just another Call of Duty, which was a good game, but it just, you know, that's not something that I try, like, not the game I'm trying to seek for, but it really wasn't... For me, it wasn't until, like, as great as Uncharted 4 was, and that was the first game that really I was the most hyped for. Uh, then on, every year I had like a handful of great, and like every year was just like so many great games and so much quantity of them. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, like that was a very crazy stretch for me of great output quality. And diversity too, like, not just like story driven stuff, but like, throwbacks and a variety in different gameplay genres, for me. Oh, can I get in this little thing? Do I want to, is the question. I want to make sure that I'm not going into an area yet that's going to be problematic, where it's going to prevent me from getting in. But let's try to see what happens in here. Yeah, let's try it. The game wouldn't prevent me from going in here, or this wouldn't be like the story area, but let's check it out.
Let's see what they got in here.
Okay. I don't like that.
Huh?
They got traps. The PS4 was great. I'm just waiting for the PS5. We're 3 years in and I'm kind of worried. Not so much. I'm not that worried. I think Sony's just been more quieter. I think they've learned. I think one of the criticisms of the PS4 generation early on was that they were announcing their games too early. Like like when they were still doing E3s, they announced like a boatload of Sony stuff, and a lot of media outlets and gamers alike, they criticized that they shouldn't. They should have showed some discipline in revealing what games are in production or in development. And now this generation, they're taking the opposite approach where they are dead silent. They've told us about some stuff like Death Stranding 2, Wolverine, factions and stuff, but there's so much more that they haven't told us from first party. And while that's frustrating, I think it's a good tactic to kind of just not announce everything all at once and then that's it. I like that. I like the problem that us not knowing isn't a matter of whether they have the game or not. It's just when are we going to hear about it? Because we know that management with Sony and their PlayStation Studios, like, we know that they run a tight ship. They have good management, and they foster their creative teams very well and all that. So it's not like say like with Microsoft, where it's like, what's going on with Redfall? What, like, is Starfield gonna be good? And Starfield ended up being good, but it makes sense to worry about whether or not it makes sense to it makes sense to worry about Microsoft, I think, more than it does for Sony. I believe in Sony. And I just feel like the first half of like I said, we had Ratchet and Clank, we had God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray was a cool little indie timed exclusive. Then you had games I didn't really care for, but that were there, like Returnal.
Yeah, the city's still filled
They
with
have
supplies.
Yeah, it is. They have more cross-play with PC now, which I like compared to the PS4 generation. So like Chivalry 2 has been a lot of fun. Crash Team Rumble. with Xbox, playing with Xbox players. Astrobot was a lot of fun. Spider-Man Miles Morales and the remastered Spider-Man, that was such a great way to get me into the Spider-Man franchise, because I probably would still be sleeping on it if that wasn't the case, and that would have been a big mistake on my part. Huh. Hehe.
Take her down!
Oh my god. Ow. Spare me.
Here! Move up! Copy that! Smoke! Watch it!
Man.
Bring her down! Coward!
Whew. I remembered this part, and I was like, what would happen if I just, like, as soon as I walked in this room and I saw this bench, I was like, I remember that they ambush you. I didn't want to reveal it. I kind of gave it away when I put the bomb down, but I did want to test out what happens if I put that bomb out. And did I kill anybody with it? I wonder. Looks like someone died over here. Oh yeah. That definitely was not done by my gun. Jeez. I like how they set that up though with like the trap. So someone definitely must have heard me from upstairs. But I like how it's not cliche where they would have ran after me right away. Like they were waiting to see if someone was around. Cool. That smoke bomb kind of saved me. I have to say, like, I've been poo-pooing the smoke bombs in this game, or not that there's anything wrong with them, but I don't typically use them. But in that situation, it actually helped me a lot because I was really pinned. Good job, you played it. Yeah, it was a good job. It was a good thing that I picked it because really we didn't have much of a choice when we were trying to find those PS5 bundles. I ended up getting it from GameStop, I think, and they offered that big PS5 bundle where you get like 2 controllers and Miles Morales, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. Like, because I think there were like, what was the other game that was bundled? I think it was like, I don't know, it was something that didn't really interest me, but the Miles Morales interested me more than anything, and Spider-Man in general, because I was just like, you know what, yeah, like, because I've gotten I've gotten consoles before where it was bundled with games I wouldn't have necessarily played. Like PS3, I got it with Ratchet and Clank. It's About Time. I'm not. It's About Time. It's a Ratchet and Clank All for One and Little Big Planet 2 was bundled. So I wouldn't have played those games if I didn't get those, and I'm grateful that I have. PS1 was bundled with Crash 2 and Gran Turismo. I remember that. PS2 I didn't have a bundle, but I got a lot of games from like aunts and uncles and cousins and Christmas games I wouldn't have asked for. So I liked that with the PS5, I was able to get a game that I would not have particularly asked for it or seeked for it. I always played with the idea of going towards it, but for some reason there was just a mental block, and I'm glad that I was able to get past that pretty much. I guess I'll what can I do with this gun still? I got it on Amazon. Okay, wow. Yeah, Amazon was tough. I remember trying to do it with Sony directly, like the Sony Direct site or whatever. What do we have? Damage. Oh yeah, let's get the damage for this gun. That way we never have to worry about the 38 anymore. Okay. Sounds good. I guess we'll just scour this upstairs before we end it. What do we have? Read real quick. Hey Melissa, I'm leaving this here in case you decide to join us after all. We're moving on from the safe house at first light. I've stalled the others as long as I could, but Isaac has to be looking for us by now. The fate of the last group of deserters is still fresh in our minds. The plan is still to head south and see if those rumors are true. Maybe it's all bullshit, but I'll take hopeful bullshit over Isaac's fanaticism any day of the week. Remember who we were. The WLF took us in, but they're not our people. I really wish you had left the stadium with us. Hope you still do. G Soul. Okay, so these guys are on the run. Oh, we have another training manual thing or something. Organic Chemistry Concepts Practice of 11th edition. Weinberg, Kapoor, and Omoenko. Okay. Just collect all this ammo, which could have probably come in handy when I was fighting those guys. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll end it here. I guess I haven't really explored this area that much yet. But I did come from this door, I remember, right? It's locked. It's weird. Oh, I came from upstairs. Okay, so I'll continue next time. Papa Pig, it's been a pleasure. Anyone out there who wants to like, comment, or subscribe, it's greatly appreciated. You can subscribe to Kev Plays on YouTube, or follow me on Twitter at Let's Watch Series. Other than that, stay safe, stay healthy, keep a clear head, and keep on gaming. And we will continue scrounging around in The Last of Us Part 2 shortly. In the meantime, everyone, have a good rest of your day, and thanks for watching. Peace out.